We're here in Seattle, and we're hanging out with Rosette Royale. So tell us about Real Change. I mean, so far everyone watching this is not going to know a thing about it, except that it's like something about Obama.
It's exactly. This is a paper. It was founded by Barack Obama and Michelle Obama in 1996 when they thought, how can we get into the White House, or maybe they want to call it Black House now, since there's all sorts of talk about Obama as a terrorist wearing a turban and everything on the cover of the New Yorker. But Real Change is a newspaper. It's a street newspaper sold by vendors who are either homeless or low-wage earners. And how old is this paper? 14 years? 15 years?
Started in 94.
Started in 94. So
Fact check.
fact check. So 14 years. And I work as a reporter here, also do the layout. And we deal with issues of class, poverty, social justice, criminal injustice system. So people say to me, like, does it work? And I say, well, what do you mean by work? They're like, well, so the people who are selling, who are homeless, are they no longer homeless? And I think that's definitely true for some people. Like, some people have definitely used it as a tool to get themselves out of homelessness and into some sort of transitional housing. And some people, some of the vendors, are really using it as a way to be able to just have a few dollars to get whatever they need or whatever they want. So we have maybe like 300 current vendors probably now. And all you have to do is say you want to be a vendor. You come in, you go through an orientation, you learn the rules, you get a little badge, you get a few starter papers, and then you go out and sell them. So you buy a paper for 35 cents, and then you sell it for $1 and you keep the proceeds. And if anyone gives you more money, then that money is all yours. So I just did this 3-part series about this guy who was mentally ill and was a sex offender. And so he had committed suicide by jumping off a bridge in Seattle, the Aurora Bridge, which is the second most sought out bridge for people who jump off of a bridge and commit suicide in the country. So it's second after the Golden Gate Bridge. And so there had been a little brief in our paper about this guy, and so, I spent like 6-7 months like finding out his story and just talking to people, going to a prison where he was in a sex offender treatment program, visiting people who knew him in southern Washington where he grew up for a while, speaking to all these people who lived in this apartment building that he lived for a year when he got out of prison, his parole officer, his clinician, just all these people. Just brought all these voices together to tell this story of this mentally ill guy and all the trials that he went through in his life: abuse, sexual abuse, his mental illness, facing incarceration for 5.5 years, and just sort of charted his life to tell the story about, when you think of someone jumping off of a bridge, you think, why did he do that? So I wondered, why did he do it? So I just sort of delved into it and tried to find out why he might have done it. And so there was a little brief in our paper, but there was also a brief in the Seattle Times, and it said, like, sex offender commits suicide, and it had been maybe like 200 words just about this guy who just committed suicide. And, that was it. And so then I was able to be here at Real Change and write this 3-part series. It's like 15,000 words about this guy's life, and all these different people saying all these things about him that made him a person, that didn't just make him a monster or a sex offender.
Right.
He became
He's
a person.
Human.
Yes, he became human, because everybody's human. And that's one of the things we get to do at Real Change, is we get to tell these stories that show that people are human.